Evilest thing that was done to you.
My grandfather left me nothing in his will because I'm a girl. My grandfather ran a lucrative business that was, let's say, the backbone of the town we lived in. From an early age, I had been involved in the nitty-gritty of running things in the business. My father was his right-hand man until he passed away when I was just 7. Since then, my grandpa took me under his wings and showed me how things worked. I knew every aspect of the business. From the most basic and physical work to the corporate side of things. Grandpa had 2 more sons and a few grandsons. Not one of them were interested in the business. They visited the company from time to time, but they didn't get involved. My grandpa had been asking them to take more active roles, but I guess they had their own lives to live. I was 33 when Grandpa died. By that time, I was already the company's de facto big boss because Grandpa trusted me so much to run the company for him. I knew the company would go to me, or at least I would be offered the majority of shares and be given the chair. Everybody in the company knew it. We were all wrong. To my surprise, when Grandpa's will was read, we found out that he left the company to his 2 living sons and gave shares to his grandsons. I was not given even just a 1 share in the company because, and this was according to the will, I was a girl and I would marry a dude someday. The idea was the company should remain in the family. And since I'm a girl, I'm bound to be under my faceless future husband's control someday. He left me with my long-dead grandma's clothes. Not even her jewelry, just her clothes. Jewelry, the will read, was for the grandsons to give to their daughters. I wasn't the only granddaughter in the family, but I was the only one involved in the business. That's why it hurt so much that I was excluded from the business. I thought my grandpa and I were close. It turned out that no matter how much he adored me and trusted me to run his business while he was still alive, his misogyny couldn't allow the fact that a woman would be left his legacy. There was no doubt in my uncles and cousins' minds that the company would be left to them. They said they always knew that they were just waiting for the day it would be returned to them. Apparently, it was only a surprise to me and the staff. They made a generous gesture of making me a supervisor in a lowly department at the company. I say lowly because that's how they called it. I had to refuse, not because I didn't know how to run it, I did, I started from there, but because their goal was to demean me for acting like a boss all those years. I left the company altogether. I even left town because the company dominated the jobs there. I started anew. I thought I would hate starting again, but surprisingly, it wasn't all bad. I got to expand my horizon and enjoyed being employed while starting my own little business on the side. 2 years since I left, I got news that the company wasn't faring well. I knew because one of my uncles called me to offer me a managerial position. I think they forgot that while the business was the biggest in our small town, it was still a local business that relied on the small and dirty jobs, which were its backbone. You must know how to do them, how they work, how they process, to understand how the company can make money. Of course, none of the company's heirs knew how to do them or even understood how the business really worked. They never had the interest to learn. I again declined the position, which got me an earful from my lovely relatives. They said I was being petty and vindictive for not wanting to help. Then when their anger didn't get through to me, they resorted to guilt-tripping, saying that my grandfather would have wanted me to help the company succeed. I said that was the same grandfather who gave the company to his sons knowing that they knew squat about running it. He wanted the company to fail, and I was just honoring it. I haven't been invited to a family event since. Last I heard, the business closed. They had the perfect opportunity to expand when a multinational company was closing down on them, but they didn't take it, probably because they had no idea how. Anyway, to answer the question, the evilest thing ever done to me was my grandfather making me believe I was good enough just to take it all away from me because of my gender. I hope he is rotting in hell.
If you liked the story, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video and subscribe for more. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you very much.